Good morning. I don't usually record this early. You can see behind the sun here. So sorry if that's a little glary on your screen. I'm recording a little bit early this morning. I am doing a class online that starts at 10. Just honing my skills a little bit more for myself and for my clients, and ultimately, anyone who's watching me, just keep learning, keep growing, expanding. So that's what I'm doing. So interestingly, this morning, the card that I pulled for posting later on my story, if you haven't been looking at those, completely ties into yesterday's message. So today it's this card. It's about soar above the earth. So it's basically about a change in perspective, and that's something that I talked about yesterday, kind of shifting our perspective. For those of you who live in Virginia and are watching this, I know yesterday the governor ordered everyone to self-quarantine until June 10th, which feels like a really long freaking time away from now being March 31st. I have my own assumptions about that, which I will keep to myself, as to what the thought process is. But for now, I know that in talking with my friends and clients from Virginia, that feels really, really heavy, really hard, and so far away, June 10th. So I guess the first bit of advice I would offer is just acknowledge the fact that it really feels effing hard, and that it's really scary, and that there's a whole lot of unknown and uncertainty in that, and fear. Acknowledge it, and then do your best to let it go. I don't mean push it down. I don't mean push it to the side. I mean just let it go and look at what you can do in that moment to bring you some sense of peace or calm. What can you do in that moment to solve one of the many problems that are circling around in your head? I wanted to share something today also. It's interesting. I thought about doing this yesterday, and then something stopped me, and I think it's perfect based on what's going on right now in this moment to share this today. It's a book called Journey to the Heart by Melody Beatty, and a big shout out to Diane Murphy, who gave this to me a few weeks ago as a gift. It's been really great. She and I talk about different passages in this periodically, and today's message is take the pressure off. And I feel like that's so appropriate, because I feel like even in this time of resting and quiet and being still and being in our houses, we're not really resting and being quiet and still. We're all in our houses, but we're all doing stuff. I know that I've been busier now that I've had this time on my own, kind of isolated, than I was when I wasn't isolated, because I had all these other distractions. And so then when I was in my home and in my space, I was like, I don't really feel like it. I'll do it later. And now it's like staring at me in the face to address and to take care of. So I would like to read this, if you would indulge me, and it might be a message for you today. So hopefully there's something in this that's helpful to you. Take the pressure off. Sometimes we need a little pressure to get moving, but sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves. I must do this, we think, and I must do it better and faster. We begin to believe that only by worry and fear and pressuring ourselves can we get the job done, whether the job is spiritual growth, making a particular decision, or accomplishing a task. That kind of pressure doesn't get the job done any better or faster. It simply makes you tense and fearful and stops the creative juices. Too much pressure can take you out of the present moment. It can inhibit the life force, the flow of life within you. That kind of pressure can make so much noise in your mind that you can't hear your heart. We have responsibilities. We have time frames and commitments to others, and there are times when we need to get the job done. But the most pressing job can be best done when we're relaxed. The most urgent decision can be made most clearly when we're at peace. It doesn't help to force ourselves to go faster, be somewhere else, or be somewhere we're not. There are few things we need to do that can be enhanced by becoming tense, fearful, and worried. The more pressing the situation, the more pressing the need to be present for ourselves and be present for each moment. Let off some steam, release your emotions, clear the pathway to the heart. The answer will come, the job will get done. Give yourself some relief, take the pressure off. I don't know, that just felt like, I actually didn't read the whole thing until just now. I just read the title of it and it felt right. So, what was your takeaway on that? I think we're all putting a lot of pressure on ourselves, pressure everywhere. Like, let's get beyond this. Let's get it done. I've got to get this done. I have to get that done. And, this is a time when collectively, globally, nationally, lots of stuff is happening. I mean, if you're a healthcare worker or what's considered an essential worker, I know you are busting your asses right now, and huge, huge thanks and gratitude to you for that. You all don't have the luxury of being able to sit in your homes with your families or sit in peace and serenity with yourself, just taking in the moment you're going and you're doing, so that the rest of us have that opportunity. So thank you. And for those of us who are sitting at home, maybe a little perspective there, that, there are people that don't have the luxury of being able to sit in their house with their family or take a walk or a bike ride with their kids. And, they're really busy and they're putting themselves in harm's way, at risk for everyone else. So, a little bit of perspective, take the pressure off of yourself, relax into where we are right now, acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the worry, acknowledge the concern, and then do your very, very, very best to let it go. Reminder, there is a at-home retreat, SoulGlow Retreat, on Friday. You can sign up at soulglowretreats.com. We're going to be talking about all sorts of ways to relax and lower your stress levels. That will be at 11 a.m. It'll be about an hour and a half. And then please don't forget about a meditation that myself, as well as other RTT practitioners around the world, put together for you, specifically for boosting your immunity and really just fine-tuning your whole body, resetting your whole body. We're being bombarded with information constantly, so it's a way to reset your digestive system, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally and spiritually too. It's really powerful. I've gotten some really amazing comments and feedback for the folks who downloaded it. It's free. You can find that on my blog at karmickindness.com, and I have a bit.ly link, bit.ly.immunity boost reset, I think. I'll put it in the notes below. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, we all learn from one another. Please stay well, stay safe, and I will see you here again tomorrow. Bye for now.